A perfect debut. It'd be even better if the audience would show some excitement. Yes, perfect. Smile and relax, just like that. You look better when you smile. My, still holding a grudge? I already told you, those were just some dramatic effects for my debut.
Don't resist the orders. Don't hinder the execution, or else.
It's part of a journalist's job to do undercover investigations. I've received special training in Eastside. Don't worry. Right now, the executive committee only regards you as a fool who's ignorant of the rules. Not an enemy. They don't dare touch you. After all, you've got the MBCC, FAC, and 9th Agency behind you. I'm a top-notch reporter, getting the inside scoop, catching eyes, stirring things up and making them go viral. I can do it all. Yes, but I have an office job. I don't like violence. I go undercover to collect intelligence and make my mark on the battleground of public opinion. More importantly, I witness, record, and broadcast those magnificent feats to ignite hope in people's hearts and attract more like-minded companions. People often praise my radiant presence by calling me grandiose. If they are the fire upon the rust, then I am the wind that sweeps the land. My words can spark a raging wildfire. Journalists are warriors too. The truth is just one of the weapons we wield. No, I fight for love. I love those who struggle in the dark. I love their souls that are torn by despair. I love their eyes that are awash with tears, and how they shine after suffering pain and torment. Tragic, dramatic, and brimming with passion, they cling onto the faintest sliver of hope and plunge into the darkness. The fiery sparks of their dreams are but drops in the ocean to be forever devoured by the darkness. Yet, this is precisely why that fleeting spark is so dazzling. I must witness and record everything up close, so as to immortalize their lives in my poetry. That's right. I'd rather be regarded as the Dis-City poet than a renowned journalist. My dream is for my poems to be read across this land for all eternity. You have the same look as Julian the first time I told him this. Most of the Rustfire folks had the same reaction. You'll get along just fine. But I actually looked forward to your arrival, dear Chief. Or should I say, I looked forward to the shackler of sinners, the destroyer of black rings, and the shepherd of Dis-City. Tell me what you've been up to. I've missed out on so many things lately. Tell me about that riveting speech you gave in the Drifter camp. Tell me what you were thinking when you almost died from that fall. How did you convince the Legion? And how did you face Zoya's wrath? What was on your mind during the chaos of the carnival? Tell me about your sinners, your shackles, your superiors, and those who have died for you. Tell me about your lost memories and uncertain future. What kind of darkness have you witnessed? And why are you still here? What are you in pursuit of? Tell me. I will use every detail to craft the most authentic representation of you. Many believe you can bring about change. They look up to your resolve and yearn for your guidance, and long for you to lead and enlighten them. If I use my pen and paper to craft you into a star, to an idol, I'd definitely be able to create a heroic epic. Those in the dark yearn for light and hope the most. They need a hero! Will you be this hero? Become the object of my odes and realize each other's dreams? No problem. Remember these words, then. Play your role well. It really is hard for me to fight for you, write poems about you, and make sure you don't die at the same time. But I have a better plan to realize my dreams. After I become famous in Eastside, I'll return to Syndicate and work with Rustfire to open a school upon the ruins that'll educate the next generation. That way, my poems can be passed down generation after generation through my students. I've got my eyes on those two little sinners of yours. Children shouldn't be on the battlefield. Why not send them to be educated at my school? No worries. You fight your Black Ring, and I'll write my poems. We'll each live our best lives. In any case, the ensuing battle will be a much-needed ray of light for this dark era. Grave perils, dark secrets, and even a turning point in history. Plus you, an interesting soul. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. By the way, since we have some time to chat, I want to tell you that I sold those two kids of yours. I'm just joking. This one's not bad. Your gaze looks sharp and shows your fighting spirit. We leave in half an hour. I'll go prepare the mobilization. Apart from the elite few who will go down into the mine with you, the people waiting above also need some reassuring. Don't worry. With my writing skills, I'll be sure to paint a glowing picture of you.
Rustfire's propaganda style is a bit dramatic and sometimes stretches the truth. This is just to catch people's eyes. To win people over, we have to be seen first.
Uncover the truth, then use it to mobilize the public. See how excited everyone is? By the way, do you want to call Julian? He should be awake from his surgery by now. Even though communications are cut off in Inner Bay, I can use my Ink Raven for long-distance communication. You two leaders can mobilize together. Everyone, next up is the battle for BR-002. The future of Syndicate is here! All right. This is the fateful place where our hopes, glories, and comrades in arms are buried. West District might crumble, but even if we are buried, forgotten, and reduced to dust, we will never truly die. Go take back our minds. Take back West District's hypercubes, and everything else that rightfully belongs to us, including the future! 8 years ago, the fire snuffed out here. 8 years later, this is where the fire shall be rekindled.
Finally here. Whose idea was it to use that kind of rope to come down? What if a monster attacked in midair?
Don't worry, there aren't many monsters at this depth. People haven't come to Inner Bay for a long time, so there aren't any new corruptors to be born, while the old corruptors have all gone to Dis-Sea. It's not that scary here. Oh, if you're really scared, I'll warn you in advance. There are only 2 things to watch out for. 1. Machines that can still move. Nirvana. You've probably seen a lot of them on your way here. It's the sole hypercube-producing giant, and has a complete monopoly over the industry. It controls the Inner Bay Rail, all the mines and the mechs, as well as the entire trade network. Their power is formidable. The robots here are all old models. When no one is around to control them, the mania field will cause them to have all sorts of malfunctions. But they have really incredible attack power. Regular gangsters are no match against them. Why are you staring at me? It might be useful. There are some Nirvana security codes on this executive officer uniform. Maybe those cute little robots won't do anything to me. Yes, I am strong. I can control ink with my mind and make them do anything I want. In other words, every word I write is my weapon. But how can I use them as mere tools of violence? The ideas they hold are what truly gives them power. My writings should not dissipate like gunsmoke. They should last for all eternity. Yes, I'm a poet after all. As the saying goes, I can wield the sword to protect you, yet I must let it go to embrace you. And that's the second thing to watch out for. Fuck me. The sonnet I just wrote is gone. Don't do anything rash. It hasn't attacked you yet, and it might not attack at all. Look. These aren't corruptors. They're more like concretized spiritual contaminants. Memories from this mine. In most cases, if you leave them alone, they'll just repeat the motions of their past lives. Don't provoke them. Conserve your energy and keep going. It's actually quite entertaining to have them with us along the way. Plus, if something does happen, your chief will protect you, right?
Score! The handover was a success. This mine is ours from now on. We don't have to worry about hypercubes anymore.
Wait until we finish transferring everything before you celebrate. With so many machines, who knows how long it'll take. I'm hungry. Any burritos left? I only want the ones I made.
Get the little architect to come. He's smarter than you. He'd be furious if he knew you snuck into the mine without telling him.
No thanks. You know how slow he is. If there was a contamination leak, he'd be a goner.
He'd probably say, with round, what's there to be scared of? Even if the sky falls, we'll catch it. He's a leader, after all.
This one is activated. On to the next one. Come with me.
Those are the workers from before?
Yes, the heroes of that era. After the Dis-C explosion, Hypercube production collapsed. The remaining reserves simply could not meet the demand. This city was really on the brink of implosion. These workers were the ones who risked their lives to go into the mine. They worked during the day and guarded the mine from gangsters at night. After a while, they organized their own militia, Rustfire. Scores of people probably got infected with mania, but there weren't many reports of them turning into corruptors. The BR-000 had just appeared, so there wasn't much knowledge about mania yet. But I imagine quite a few of those infected in Inner Bay became sinners. There were people who mined at the foot of Dis-C's Black Ring. They refused to bow their heads, even in the face of the Great Explosion. They had the skills, and they had perseverance. Weren't they cool? They were the ones who gave it their all to keep up Hypercube production and replenish the reserves. They were the ones who helped Dis City pull through its most difficult period.
Quit bragging, you lion bird. How come I've never met such noble syndicans before?
They're all here. The last witnesses of the Golden Age. The Inner Bay heroes who fought with hope. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. It's your turn now. Back then, the Inner Bay workers created this magnificent project. Today, their successors can surely take it back. I'm even more sure of it because of your help. How is it down there? You must know best, right?
Huh? Are we at the bottom of the pit?
Go. Activate the next one. Must complete a handover.
They came from here?
That was just an accident. Hold on. I know these machines. I'll go destroy them.
I'll take care of the injured. You guys continue. Hurry.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. We're almost done.
There's still hope. Hang on.
They look so strange. Is it the contamination?
There's still hope.
Chief.
Wait, don't provoke them.
Those machines are killing people. Where are their Nirvana engineers who came to do the handover? Where are Nirvana's people? Check the code, quick!
Self-destruct mode activated. Who did this? Stop them! Stop them now!
Protective mechanism failed? Lost contact with Group B27. D7. D7 turned into a monster!
The M value readings are off the charts. Something is coming. Something way bigger than a corruptor. What could it be?
Fear not. We'll be here soon. Hold out a bit longer. With his strength, he'll come and solve everything.
I'm not leaving. It's the only one that Syndicate has. We have to guard it. As long as we have it, we can...
This is our mine. It belongs to Syndicate.
The robots here are all old models. When no one is around to control them, the mania field will cause them to have all sorts of malfunctions.
In the end, the company agreed to the workers' demands on the condition that they gave up all claim to compensation. The two sides completed the handover of the largest mine, W31, on November 25th. Inner Bay 1 for Syndicate, its own hypercube mine.
It might be useful. There are some Nirvana security codes on this executive officer uniform. Maybe those cute little robots won't do anything to me. Yes, you've deduced their plan. The executive committee is just a puppet organization stacked with Nirvana's people. Chief, you've got what it takes to be a journalist. But think bigger. For instance, Nirvana doesn't need to get a hold of Rustfire's plans at all. What a powerful Dis City corporation needs to crush a bunch of downtrodden syndicants is opportunity, not evidence. All they need to know is that Rustfire has been weakened by the Corpseborn. That's more than enough reason for them to totally exterminate us. Don't worry. Interbase contamination functions as a sturdy barrier. Without meticulous tracking, no one will find us. Plus, Rustfire's leader is still back at the Drifter camp. He'll attract all the firepower.
I'm not going. I have to stay here.
For the future of West District, of course. Interbase BR-002 is the only black ring out of this city's watchful eye. It's the only mine that Syndicate has a chance of independently controlling. By capturing it, future generations can build up strength to one day escape Nirvana's control. This hope used to be slim, but lately, Rustfire's fortunes are turning around. The sudden mania crisis at the Drifter camp allowed our troops to fake their deaths and relocate to Interbase shelter on a massive scale. Now, Parma is holding up the FAC in Eastside, and the executive committee is hunting down Julian. And you came here. This is the closest that Rustfire has gotten to our dream in 8 years. As long as you destroy BR-002, change will sweep Syndicate. You are everyone's hope. So, just focus on completing your mission. Rustfire will assist you at all costs. Perhaps Julian's already dead by now? If so, he must have died full of hope. He truly believed that you can destroy BR-002. Though we'll lose our old leader and home, our new victory will inspire the people who won't grieve for long. They will take the resolve of those who sacrificed themselves and rally around you. Soon you'll be Rustfire's sustenance.